I heard an Indian guru say that a healthy gut is enough for enlightenment, and I couldn't agree more. A simple statement: healthy gut is enough for enlightenment. And you might be like, really, 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 come on. Don't I have to meditate? Don't I have to do this? Don't I have to do that? Maybe drop a couple of taps of acid, eat some mushrooms, meditate for 5 hours in a cave? You know, really, like, you're simplifying it now. You're saying a healthy gut is enough for enlightenment. Well, because if your gut's healthy, you'll naturally meditate, you'll naturally contemplate, you'll naturally reflect, because the energy that is stuck, okay, that is stuck in your gut area, in the lower chakras, can finally move upwards. This is known as the Kundalini rising. The Kundalini energy is this unbelievable energy, Shakti energy, and it rises from the base of your spine, the root chakra, rises all the way to the crown to meet Shiva, the union, yoga, to the crown chakra. And where most of humanity is stuck is this energy is either people are like either having too much sex or jerking off too much and busting too many nuts. And so that right there stops the rising of the energy, because your body can sort of regenerate these cells and the sperms and the ejaculation in the semen, but every time it generates it and it's about to move upwards, you spend it. So most people are too busy jacking off, right, and basically letting this energy go to waste, and it's not rising upwards. And then if you manage to have a healthy relationship there, maybe have like a balanced sex life, tantric sex is the way to go. Okay, if you're having sex, have it tantra. I'm telling you right now, have it tantra. It'll increase your energy, but you shouldn't be busting nuts, or else you're gonna be stuck there. If you're busting too many nuts, you're gonna be stuck there for a while, until you're done with that trip. Okay, so then the energy theoretically should keep rising. But even if you manage to have balance in those first two, 99.9999% of humanity is stuck in the third one, in the digestive system, the solar plexus, through having all kinds of digestive issues. Now, if you are able to have a healthy gut, then all that energy that is used for digestion, regeneration of the gut tract, because you keep damaging it, etc., all this immense energy that is going to sleep is another one. The reason why you sleep 8 hours every day is because your body is so toxic and you eat so much, and your body is trying to A, digest the food, B, deal with the toxicity. If you start to eat less, you'll sleep less. It'll happen like this. Okay? That's why we sleep 8 hours. Big joke, isn't it? You think you need 8 hours. It's because of everything else you're doing. One of them being the food habits. So, if you free up this energy in the digestive system, it can stay, the Kundalini energy can start to move upwards, move to the heart. That's where love is, that's where union is, that's where compassion is. And then it can keep moving up, and then it moves up to the throat chakra. That's your truth, speaking your truth. It can keep moving up to your third eye, and that's when you're able to see things as they are. Perception, the seed of the soul, perceiving reality as is. And then crown chakra, which is the ultimate sexual union, orgasmic, cosmic, it's indescribable. That's when words fail, The Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao, Once you go to the crown chakra, there's no more words. It's just pure ecstasy, pure bliss. Sat Chit Ananda, absolute knowledge, absolute existence, absolute bliss. Okay? So, do you want that absolute bliss? Do you want to be one with the light? Do you want to be one with the clear white light? Do you want to merge with the light? Do you want to experience total ecstasy, total bliss, total orgasmic sexual union with everything that is around you? Okay, then we better get things sorted out in the gut. We better sort out the big mess that's going on here. This mess, believe me, 99.99% of humanity is stuck in that big mess right now. Okay, isn't it a big joke that 99.999% of humanity is either going Super Saiyan on the toilet and just to try and get that all that stuck up waste in their colon out, and you like right now as I'm speaking, there's somebody in a meeting, in a big important business meeting, right? And while he's giving the presentation right now, like he is completely distressed right now because he couldn't take a shit in the morning and he's having all kinds of pains and aches in his stomach, and he's giving the presentation right now, and at the same moment he's like, fuck, why couldn't I take a shit? This hurts. Yeah, a lot of people are in that predicament. It's just no one talks about it. It's pretty funny. But that's humanity. Most humanity is stuck in there, in their gut, the solar plexus, that energy center. And it's not moving. The energy, the kundalini isn't moving upwards. The energy isn't moving upwards. See, the kundalini resembles the sun. How does life begin? It begins with the rise of the sun. It's an energetic rising upwards. Shakti meets Shiva. Shakti rises, meets Shiva, ultimate union. Okay? So, it resembles the sunlight. It resembles the sunrise. How when the sun rises, the energy starts to move. Okay? Everybody wakes up. And when the sun goes down, then it just sort of calms down, right? In the same way, it resembles the journey of the soul. The journey of the soul goes from down up. Soul starts off with a sense of I'm separate. Separation merges with the divine, merges with its source, with its oneness. Okay? So you can see this in every manifestation, in every way. The rising of energy. Going from down, going up. So, now hopefully you have recognized just how important it is for you to sort out all the problems you have in your gut. And 9 out of 10 people that I'm speaking to here, you have problems in your gut. Let's face it. Maybe more. Maybe, 95 out of 100 people that watch this. You got some issues with your gut to varying degrees. It may be just, occasional discomfort and pain. It may be just like IBS. It may be chronic constipation. It could be anything. But 95 out of 100 people watching this, you got some form of it. I have some form of it. That's why I'm barely eating, I'm shifting into becoming more solar powered, more pranic living through breathing and meditation in the sun, simply because I recognize that actually it's quite a hassle to eat. It's quite a hassle. It takes a lot of energy from you. It really does. It really disturbs the flow of the kundalini up. So that's I've come to that realization now. So now that I'm starting this journey and I do, which we'll talk about in this video, OMAD, eating once a day, right? I can say that most of my digestive issues are going away and I'm feeling absolutely great. I have to say I'm feeling absolutely fantastic. Okay? So now, I don't want to be too extreme here. I want to talk about the eating once a day. Okay? Eating once a day. So as you can see, eating once a day, eating just once per day, for 1 hour or 2 hours, between 1 and 2 hours, you can see just how critical it is for your growth as a soul, for your spiritual evolution, for your evolution as a consciousness on this journey, on this cosmic journey back to the source. Okay? It's very important. It'll give your body on a physical level. I always talk about the physical later on because the physical is just a manifestation of the metaphysical, of the mental worlds and the higher, more subtle worlds, right? Physically speaking, you give your body 22, 23 hours to sort itself out. Your body knows what to do. What do you think happens when you sleep? You wake up, you're refreshed, you're rejuvenated. Your body's doing work all the time. That's the flow of the Tao, the flow of the universe, the life force within you. The body's always doing its thing. The body is an intelligent mechanism. We get in its way with our minds, with our thoughts, with our wanting to gratify our sense desires, our taste buds. Is it really worth it? And you will see sooner or later that it's not all that much worth it. But you'll have to learn that yourself. Okay, you'll have to learn that yourself. So, how do you make a transition to eating once a day? First of all, I know I've been a little stern in this video and a little bit sarcastic. However, let me be a little gentle with you and a little compassionate. You're gonna have to slowly make your way there, okay? Reprogram yourself. Work. You should be always sliding in smoothly into everything. No willpower, no my will, but thy will. Okay? No willpower, no forcefulness, wu wei. Action without action. You know, non-action. Okay? You never want to force this. You don't want to force this. You don't want to go into it and all right, I heard this annoying asshole talk about eating once a day and how beneficial it is for your body and for your mind and for your health and for your soul. You know, okay, I'm gonna do it. No. You're gonna have to work with this. This is a mind-body complex, very intelligent. Understand that you're running off programs. Even the program of food. There are people out there living with no food and they're beaming with light and energy. I talked about my teacher, Elotim Elamin, right? He's on YouTube. You can look him up. You know, he's beaming with light and energy. He's like a Yoda. He's like a modern day Yoda. And he's a breatharian. Doesn't eat. See, I'm learning a lot of stuff from him now, and I'm sharing it with you guys. You know, it's just a program. As it turns out, even eating is a program. Different video. Let's get on with it here. So, you're gonna have to work with yourself very slowly. Now, I've progressed into eating once a day now, but it took me about 4 or 5 years to do so. Okay? It doesn't have to take you 4 or 5 years. If I knew about the important benefits of eating once a day, I probably would have moved into it faster, but that was just my journey, my trip. It may take you longer, it may take you less. Okay? So, you work with your programming slowly. Give you an example. If you're right now eating 3 meals a day, your not eating window is 10 hours, and you're eating for the other 14 hours, right? Okay, you just simply do everything you're doing and you just eat for 12 hours instead of 10. Okay, you do that for 21 days. Right, now that's a habit. We're habit-forming creatures, habit-abiding creatures. We are operating based on habits. Okay, there's a better habit. You're doing the same thing, you're eating the same thing, everything is the same. Next 21 days, we take it up a notch. We do 14 hours of no eating. Great. Now this is a habit. You don't even have to think about it anymore. First, like 5-6 days, you're thinking. You know. After you don't think anymore. It's just a habit. It's what you do. And then 21 days later, you go for 16. You see where I'm going with this. Okay? You see where I'm going with this. Work with the program. Work with the programs you have. Work with this intelligent mind-body complex with this organism. Work with it diligently, with care, with compassion, no rush, no forcefulness. Okay? Wu wei. Do without doing. And that's what do without doing is. Because you're not really doing anything. You're just doing the same thing. Just 2 hours more. Habits. It's almost like you're not doing anything. That's how I slid into this eating once a day thing. I slid into it like that. Same thing, because I've come to understand how this organism works, how it responds. I've come to understand that Wu Wei, doing without doing, is really the best way you can go on about things. And so you do that. And then you'll see something happen. As you limit your eating window, you will naturally start to eat less. Naturally, because you'll realize, holy shit, I've been eating way too much than I need. Once your eating window is like 4 hours, you realize you can't fit in all that food you used to eat in 4 hours, and then you naturally start to eat less and less and less. Okay? Now, if you eat nourishing foods, fruits, lots of fruits in your diet because they have water, they nourish you, they give you water, they give you energy, they have the energy of the water in them and the energy of the sun, then you will even need less and less and less foods. Okay, you will even need less and less and less foods. You could eat a melon, right? You could eat a melon, or you could eat half a jar of peanut butter. And I guarantee you this will fulfill you more because it's got water and it's got sunlight. It's got, the energy of the sun, electromagnetic energy. Guarantee you this will fulfill you more than half a jar of peanut butter. I mean, maybe you might want to say that the peanut butter tastes better, and I can't really argue with you. I think peanut butter does taste better than melon. However, you won't be fulfilled after. And you would have eaten so much energy, so much calories, quote unquote. I don't like using that word. But you would have consumed so much dense energy and you'd still be like, you want to eat something else. This has got the water in it. So if you change the foods you eat, electromagnetic energy, if you change the foods you eat, also that will contribute to you eating less. You want to ultimately get to a level where you're eating once a day and it's not much. Okay? If you can get to that level bit by bit, Rome wasn't built in a day. To build a wall, you put it brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick. Okay? Understand how you're programmed and work with it. And work with your past programming. You might have, okay, how do you deal with, like, there are certain foods you really love. Like for me is bananas, which I'm not eating anymore. Bananas. You know what I do now when I have a thing for a food? It's like having a love affair with someone. Okay? As you're programming yourself for this new lifestyle, you're gonna have along the way old lovers come back and say, do a little dance for you, a little seduction, run their hands on the hair and everything and do all that, all the seduction, the dance of seduction. Well, I recommend that you dance with them. So I danced with bananas for a little while, right? Now I've gotten myself down to eating once a day and I'm trying to, program myself to eat less and less and less, be sustained off the sun and other forms of energy. Okay, but I still have old love affairs. Now, my love affair with bananas goes back, 5 years or so. Okay, I get a love affair for them. So I get a ton of bananas and I was eating them like no tomorrow. Until one day, I bit into a banana and it didn't taste the same. It just didn't taste the same as it did for me anymore. And that was it. I knew that it's time for us to break up. There was some violin playing in the background. I had to go really easy on her, but it's gotta happen. You gotta break up at some point. So if you've got these old lovers, coming back, giving you texts and calls, go out with them. Do what you need to do. Do what you must. If you're doing it as you're reprogramming yourself, eventually you'll be done with that desire, with that craving, with that thing. You'll break up with it. And that's what happened to me. I bit into a banana one time. I'm like, I think I'm done with bananas. And that's it now. I'm done with bananas. Okay? And I'm slowly breaking up with food altogether. Very slowly. I know this is an ingrained program. As soon as a child comes out of her mother's womb, they go for the titty. They go for the food. So we're like innately programmed for this. But as it turns out, everything has an evolution. There's an evolution of consciousness, an evolution of soul into its oneness. In the same way, in everything in the physical, there is evolution. And the way the evolution works is you start off with your mom's titty, and then your mom puts you away at some point, right? Your mom just says, no more milk. Then you go for Mother Earth, another mother, and you eat from the mother. And at some point, the mother says, all right, there is more energy there. Go and be sustained from it. That's kind of what's happening to me right now, okay? And I get a feeling that's going to be the trend for everybody at some point in their evolution, okay? But what we're talking about here is just reducing your food intake, eating once a day. You work with your programming. If you're right now like really overweight and you're eating like even waking up in the middle of the night and eating, work from there. Work from there. First step would be when you wake up in the middle of the night, don't eat. That would be your first step. You do that for 21 days and then you move on and move on and move on. Okay, work with it slowly, bit by bit. Remember the statement, a healthy gut is enough for enlightenment. It really is, because it allows the energy to move upwards. 50% of your energy goes towards digestion and digestive related issues. Okay, that's a lot of energy that can move upwards, make you more creative, more compassionate, more loving, more blissful. Okay, the bliss you get from being one with the light, being one with consciousness. What is a bite of banana gonna do that for you? What is an ice cream? That doesn't compare. That's child's play. That's child's play. Okay, you're giving up the little candy bar for the bigger candy bar. It's just a process to do that. It doesn't even have to be difficult if you do the programming bit by bit. It's not really difficult. You just slide into it like it's nothing. Okay, because as you start to slowly reprogram yourself, all these habits that are ingrained within you, as you slowly start to do that, the benefits you get from it, the energy, the vitality, the clarity, the creativity, the feelings of wellness and happiness and joy, they will be enough of an indication for you that you should keep moving down that route. You should keep moving down that rabbit hole, so to speak. Okay? So, good luck, everyone. We will obviously continue to discuss the matters of health, because it really has been coming to my attention lately that human health is in great jeopardy. Okay? And at the root of it is overeating and eating the wrong foods. And if we could begin to work with our programming and deprogram ourselves and connect ourselves with other forms of energy, then we would just be much happier, much loving, much more compassionate, much more creative, and plug into this infinite cosmic energy. Okay? Special thanks to our lovely Patreons. Thank you guys. Mwah. You guys are incredibly generous, incredibly amazing, and I'm really feeding off from your energy. One source of energy is seeing the generosity and really warmth and love of the Patreons. So thank you guys very much. Mwah. And if you would like to support us on Patreon, if you would like to give us your love in the form of maybe a cup of tea or sun-charged water, $2 a month, right? Maybe it doesn't seem like much to you, because it really isn't. $2 a month is not much, but if everybody gets on board, it adds up. Then I could do this full time, and then we could do other cool stuff with this community. Don't you guys want to hold retreats and stuff like that? And come on, if we're gonna do that, we need a little bit of money, at least a little bit of money. So if we all contribute as a community, then we could really do some cool stuff. I really want to hold retreats and do some cool stuff. And still, obviously, the idea of the charity, which I talk about, is there. All of that is dependent on Patreon, just to put it out there for you guys, because I don't know. I don't really want to charge money. I don't want to make anything right now. Things are, and it's up to Patreon now. So thank you guys. Love you. Mwah. And until next time, may the force be with you.